Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ask Brody. It's been a long time since I've sat down and spoke in front of my YouTube fans. So we're gonna run through some of your burning questions about AI. Let's jump in. Hey Brody, what is your most used AI tool? Well, I would say obviously Claude. I use Claude Code for essentially everything I do. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, Claude Code for everything, to be honest. Hey Brody, why is everyone buying Mac Minis? So Mac Minis are popular right now because with all of the hype around OpenClaw and Hermes, you can run these models on a Mac Mini. Another way of doing it is just through like a virtual private server, VPS. But lots of business owners love the Mac Minis because they basically just run these models 24/7 on them and they sit inside of their own office. So yeah. Hey Brody, what does your McDonald's order look like? I don't really like go for McDonald's. But when I do, I like the iced coffee. That's actually the best part about McDonald's is their iced coffees.
I agree.
They're so freaking good.
Food at all, or just a beverage for you?
I like their breakfast. The breakfast is good. Like the super dry like breakfast bacon and egg ones.
Those are pretty good.
Those are mint. Hey Brody, what do you spend your money on? It's weird because I feel like I don't spend a lot of money, but then like I just will look at my bank account and it's like drained somehow. Like. I don't know where my money goes. I think it's like mostly tech. Like I like lots of computers. I do like watches actually. Watches are a hobby of mine. And food. I spend so much money on food actually. Okay, yeah, now it makes sense where my money's going. But it makes sense because especially as a business owner, like there's no better time to order DoorDash when it's positive ROI on a DoorDash because like I don't have to cook. So, hey Brody, what is your business selling exactly? Great question. So I run two different companies, one of which is Exosoft. This is an AI education company. The other one that I'm very focused on right now is called Meridian. So Meridian is a AI staffing company. This one has a much larger team behind it and I have two other co-founders, Bennett and Jesse. Basically what we do is restructure how businesses work with agent command centers that utilize things like OpenClaw and Hermes. Do a lot of different AI custom work. We sell audits for business owners and all sorts of different stuff like that. But yeah, it's a specific type of AI company that, yeah. I mean, it's not an AI automation company. That's different. That's like selling AI automations. Like we do real enterprise high ticket work for very large businesses. We specifically work with businesses that ideally have 50 or more employees. And then we train AI models that we have and on our custom operating systems to take all of the pre-existing context that the business has had and then all the future context, shove it in here. And then now you can fire a ton of employees that you don't need anymore. That sounds pretty like but like it's not that bad. It actually makes most employees' lives easier and they make more money and save more time. So
I think you guys are one of the only people in the space doing that right now.
Yeah, actually. I mean, like specifically what we're doing, I think is gonna be like the future of AI agencies. But there's like barely anyone. When all the OpenClaw hype and the Hermes hype was out, we didn't waste any time. Like all of these course seller AI guys are like trying to sell you on the OpenClaw setups and whatnot. But we specifically were super like, all right, let's just try something out. We tried like 8 different models for what it is we were selling before we finally found what we're doing now. We tried everything. Now we've kind of landed on our offer that we have now and it works quite well. Yeah. Hey Brody, how do you get high ticket clients? So by high ticket client, I'm assuming that you're referring to like larger AI deals. This can either be like a set price offer that you have or a custom enterprise build. For enterprise builds, this is something that you build over time with lots of reputation and as you build a team and have a lot of other players in your company that have expertise in building these systems, that you need a track record for. Like you have to have a lot of credibility. You have to show people that you've done it before. For the high ticket, like the set price, this could be like a specific set in stone offer that could range from above $10,000. You need a brand presence, you need credibility, and run ads. You can still get clients by doing things like cold calling and email. I mean, email only works if you're doing like mass scale email, that's it. But like, I think ads is a non-negotiable. It's tried and true, like ads just work. Hey Brody, how do you get your first client? Good question. So let's pretend now that you're broke and you can't afford ads. When you're starting, you should do something for free. Assuming you don't have any clients, you probably also suck at what you do. You have to do it for free for the type of business that you want to target to get testimonials, you want to have credibility, and you actually want to exercise your services so you can actually fulfill. Getting the client is one thing, but actually delivering the product is another thing. I still think that like, even if you don't have money, you should find a way to get a little bit somehow and then just take the risk of running ads. Everyone has this misconception about ads that it's like this money drain. Like it only is at the start when you're taking risks on it, but once you find a winning ad that you have like a relatively good ROAS on that ad, it's basically the formula for just printing money. As long as you can fulfill, you can just keep dumping money into an ad that say has like a 5x ROAS. You're gonna keep making money, obviously, until the offer dries up or the market changes, or yeah, I still think like you're in the business game to take risks. You're gonna have to take risks. If you're truly broke and you can't afford ads right off the bat, just do free work, cold call people, send a shit ton of automated emails, use things like Apollo to scrape emails, and yeah. Hey Brody, what offer and niches are best for selling AI agents and workflows? Well, that highly depends on the type of AI agents and workflows that you're selling. I don't really like to think of what good niche is there, specifically for what I'm doing, and more so like to think what qualities of a business do we want. I like to think of it in like an ICP. ICP is your ideal customer profile. Certain things we want to avoid with the ICP are certain qualities of business owners, like they just want free stuff from you, they want a free audit, can't actually afford your services, they're not actual buyers. Some things we do to qualify them are like, we make them pay for an audit, so we actually know they're willing to potentially buy with us later. We like companies that have large teams, so we don't like small companies. So it's less about like the exact niche, because there's no perfect niche. There are certainly bad niches. Pick one specific niche and specialize in it. Like I said, do free work first to get really good at that and specialize. Then once you're making a ton of money from that one niche, then you can expand. When you say what offer works, honestly, like there's so many different kinds of offers. I think you should just play with it. I'm not gonna tell you what the right offer is. I've done a bunch of different offers, they all work. The only thing that's not gonna work is you actually doing it and learning as you go, so yeah. Hey Brody, would you rather fight 100 ducks at once or one horse? Who's asking these questions? Ducks, bro. I mean, like, I don't get a weapon, right?
No,
it's just bare hands.
Just bare hands.
Bro, ducks for sure.
That's
You just
so
ring them out. Yeah, I don't know. Like ducks.
100 ducks.
100, yeah, just
100
stomp them.
ducks.
I don't support animal cruelty though. But if I'm forced into the position of fighting them, I will. Hey Brody, do you think that AI is gonna take over content creators' jobs? No. If you're thinking infinite amount of time, then sure, but not in our timeline. I mean, I think it's just gonna make their lives easier, you know?
There won't be a direct replacement.
No. I mean, like, in our timeline at least, there's still going to exist this pool of people who have resentment towards AI just because they're like that. And so whenever there's resentment, there's a market. So human touch is more potent. But I still think it'll make their lives easier. Like, content creators have a pretty complicated role. And obviously there's like the actual videography element of it. I think the ideation is one thing that will get really good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it will. Who knows? Hey Brody, is selling AI workflows dead? I wouldn't say it's dead. Like, you can still make money doing this, but I just think it's not a very sustainable business model. So like what you're describing here is the AI automation agency. This is the concept of taking these AI workflows, automating very specific tasks for business owners. As we're in 2026 now, man, like almost every business owner has looked into Claude Code and has heard about all the OpenClaw and has at least tried it themselves. Like, I have friends who are not technical at all and use OpenClaw. And there's so much ease now. Like, you can go into Claude and connect all these connectors for like all your Gmail and whatnot and put it on loops, and it will do most of the stuff that AI workflows could do. AI workflows are so limited. So think about end-to-end, for example. You can build a workflow that has its hands on a bunch of these different tools that you use, like Slack or your emails or Telegram or whatever it is, and you have an LLM that can make decisions for you. It's very powerful, but I think it's more of like a supplementary thing to the overall scope of like, what can we do with AI from like a broader perspective. We use Hermes, for example, in our offer in OpenClaw. We're basically taking all the existing context of a business and all the future context and all the knowledge that will ever exist in the business. It's all being stored in here. And then there's like all these mini AI automations that connect to this command center that we build, or this operating system, and it has access to every tool. AI automations simply save time and can replace certain tasks for business owners, but we're building a system that has a lot of longevity and scalability. So it's not dead, but I just wouldn't put your money on that. Hey Brody, do you touch grass? Honestly, no. I have started to touch more grass recently. I've started to travel a bit more, which is nice. So in the last few months, I've a lot more grass frequency. But thinking back, like on the past year,
You walked in.
no. Yeah. Hey Brody, how long did it take for you to actually start making money online? Great question. I would say the first time I was actually able to do that was about probably like 11 months ago now, almost a year. That was kind of like when I went full in on AI. Like, I ran a marketing company in the past, that was my background, and a lot of my clients were still in person. So I didn't really feel like I owned the business because I was very caught up in all the things. I didn't really have a lot of leverage. So I was still going and doing like all these different shoots and tasks and whatnot. So I cut off the marketing, was like, I'm gonna take a bet on this AI thing. and it worked. I made a ton of money selling AI automations. I started making Instagram videos. That allowed for different content monetization. So now I'm fully online. Yeah, it was about a year ago. Hey Brody, what's the best AI model to use? Let's just put it this way. If you're getting caught up in what the best model is and all of the different updates and Claude just updated this and Codex is it, just pick, like, they're all good now. Like, they all do something really good and they're good for different things. Like, if I want to quickly talk to an AI, I'm just gonna open Claude. If I want to automate my entire business and have it running 24/7, I'm gonna use Hermes or open Claude. I wouldn't obsess over the model. I would obsess over the concept of your business and what it is you're actually doing. The model's always gonna change. You have to have an understanding of what are we actually doing in the business and what is the problems we're solving. I wouldn't obsess over the model. Hey Brody, how's your sleep schedule? Worried about you. Good. I get 8 hours of beauty sleep almost every night. Hey Brody, do you think AI is making people more lazy over time? Yeah, 100% it is. Oh yeah, for sure. But like, I don't think that's a bad thing. I honestly think that lazy business owners outperform the business owners who are willing to do it all themselves. And the reason I think that is because lazy owners are more likely to just pay people to do things they don't want to do or try and take the shortcuts. The business owner who is a perfectionist and tries to do everything is going to work on low leverage tasks, not get things done at the same frequency because he's trying to perfect it all. Like 80% is better than 100% because 80% is done. 100% is perfect and it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. Like, I think speed just wins. So it's like lazy people typically tend to get things done quicker, especially with AI helping them. But if you're lazy and you're not willing to actually work on your own business and you're just gonna like put it all off, then you're cooked, sorry. Hey Brody, what's your biggest mistake when you started out? That's a good question. Well, I made a lot of mistakes. I would say there's a few that stand out that I think you should avoid if you're starting out in the business venture. First one is never partner with any co-founders if they have the same skills as you. You need synergy between your co-founders and you need different skill sets. So the reason I work with Bennett and Jesse is because Jesse is an incredible engineer. He was like an ex-Amazon engineer, and I don't know what the hell he does and how he does it. It's insane. And Bennett has skills that I don't have. Like, he's insanely good at like holding these client relationships, and my skill set comes down to more like decision-making, framework, overseeing the marketing, like hiring. Like, we all have these things that work together very well. It really sucks when you have a business partner that does the same shit as you. Sounds nice at the start because you're like, oh, we can split the cost. But when you start making money and you have an operator agreement and you're stuck into it and you make 100 grand and then you only make 50 of that because the dude who's doing the exact same shit as you makes the other half, and then you get taxed and now you're only at 25 grand, it sucks. I always enter a business with the mindset of like, I'm gonna do this long term. I'm going to assume that I'm gonna make money. It's just not worth having a co-founder that does the same shit as you. Just trust me on that. I think the second thing was when I was starting out, I've had a variety of failed businesses and have lost tons of money on them. The main reason was I was working on very low leverage tasks. One business in specific where we were building these apps for gym owners and whatnot. I spent 2 weeks building a website before we had clients. And it like looked insanely good, but no one gives a shit about how good your website is. And they don't even look at your website. Like, especially for what we were doing. Who needs a website? Like, we were doing development work. Yeah. And we had, yeah, it was pretty stupid. I try now to pay people to do the things like that I don't want to do and that just aren't worth my time. If something's worth a lot of my time and it's not making the business money or growing it forward, just pay someone. If you can't pay someone, then don't do it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, don't make a website when you start. Like, it's just not worth it. When we started Meridian, the OpenClaw stuff happened so fast that we were like, let's just make money. So we literally, all we had was a type form and a call booking page. And we just started making some content, and now we have ads going and we're expanding. And then now we have the fancy website, but that comes later and that's once you make money. So don't focus on low leverage shit. Focus specifically on the thing that makes you money. Like, make money first, then build the plane on the way down. Hey Brody, do other creators LARP in the AI space? Oh yeah. There's a lot of LARPers in the AI space, man. I mean, like, specifically the people I'm friends with and work with in the first wave group, not really. I mean, there's still some LARP, but it's healthy LARP. It's good. It's good LARP. Bad LARP is when you straight up lie. Like, I don't lie. I have a good amount of LARP because I am allowed to LARP. I am actually doing the thing that allows me to LARP, and I'm not selling a course. Whereas you'll see these dudes in the new, or all these dudes, these upcoming AI creators in the space, and they're literally ripping off other people's content word for word, seeing YouTube videos and just like copying those bullshit. It's just hype. Claude just killed a family of 4. Like, it's just the most basic shit ever. And then they're like trying to sell info and rip off all these kids because the AI hype. Rule of thumb, if you see someone who is claiming to make a ton of money and they have no agency connected to their name, or they're not actually doing the thing that they said they made all the money from, you're the method. You're how they're making the money, man. Like, you're cooked if you believe in that and you get into that. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Do you LARP though? You said you do a little healthy amount.
I LARP, but like it's good LARP.
It's good LARP.
I don't LARP, it's an occasional LARP. It's like when people like to see LARP and it's good. Like if I'm driving a Ferrari on the coastline of Africa, I'm gonna post that. Yeah, why not? It's sick. But like I'm allowed to LARP. And there was one photo I posted of me and Kevin O'Leary sitting at a table in Switzerland. Yeah, that was not real. That was AI. And everyone thought that was real. Like I had old friends of like, I hadn't talked to in 6 years, like, bro, I'm so proud of you. You made it, bro. Made it so far. It's just like, yeah, we didn't tell them it was fake. So we're technically LARPing, but we actually got enterprise leads from that. So I kind of feel a little guilty now, but yeah, no, LARP's good. Yeah. I know friends that run LARPing agencies.
Really?
Yeah, it's the new method, bro.
It's the new wave, bro.
I'm ditching AI and going all in on the LARP agency. Hey Brody, what's one tool you couldn't run your business? Claude. Dude, Claude is like my wife at this point, honestly. Claude Code specifically, because it knows me so well now, and all the skills files that I've written, it's too good. If I were to switch, that would take a long time to migrate. So Claude's good. Hey Brody, why does everyone suddenly have a standing desk now? Back pain, most likely.
You have a standing desk?
I do have a standing desk, but I did it because of back pain. I mean, I sit at that computer all day, so I had chronic illness in my back. So yeah, I don't know. Ask them. I actually didn't know everyone had a standing desk. Is that like the trend now?
It's a new wave, yeah, definitely.
It's a new wave.
Everyone's upgrading.
Maybe they all have chronic back illness. Who knows? Hey Brody, what does your grocery run actually look like? Oh, good question. Well, I mostly order food because that's a positive ROI task for me, but I do love going to Costco with my mom. So that is my best quality time with my mother, is when I get to go to Costco, because we chat, get food. Yeah, it's the same shit I order every single time. It's like avocados. Actually, I'm not gonna walk you through my list, but it's good. Okay. Hey Brody, what's the dumbest thing you've ever bought with business money? Ooh, I don't know. Like I buy such genius items.
Genius.
Probably my PC. Yeah. I mean, actually, like, I was gonna say like vacations. I wouldn't call them vacations though, because we still work, but like those are great investments. When I got back from South Africa, I just randomly decided to blow 4K on a custom gaming computer. And like, I just don't really use it a whole lot. No. Like I occasionally play Minecraft on 800 frames per second. And then like, I just don't have time to game. So it's just sitting there, but it looks really good. Hey Brody, walk us through, what exactly are you selling in one sentence? Well, you said walk us through it and then told me to explain it in one sentence. So I don't, in one sentence, we sell agent command centers to very large businesses that have old and outdated operations. Hey Brody, what was it like closing your very first client? I mean, if we're talking like AI specifically, I felt numb. Like I had already ran a marketing company in the past, but if we're talking about like my first ever client that I made money from, and in like, let's say like decent money, it felt good. Yeah, I mean, I'm making money for something I enjoy doing, so yeah. Hey Brody, would you rather wrestle bro, who's putting these fucking... Hey Brody, would you rather wrestle one gorilla or get chased by 50 raccoons? Chased by...
So you're not fighting them?
Bro, obviously run from 50 raccoons. I literally have the option to run. I don't even have to fight them. Like it's like if I see a gorilla, I'm running. Like would I rather fight the gorilla or run from the gorilla? Like what the Hey Brody, what specific jobs do you think will actually be replaced by AI? If you're a coder and you studied software engineering, GG. I'm sorry, bro, but it's not looking good for you. I mean, like if you studied software engineering, you still have the choice, but I know a lot of people who are like, I studied software engineering, I'm a coder, I'm gonna die on the hill that'll code. It's like, you're cooked. Honestly, that one's pretty fried. I would say, I don't know, like there's some very niche positions, like all the people who do like the customer onboarding and like client communications and, you know, like setting and lead scraping and all that kind of stuff. Like AI can do that all now, but I'm not thinking it's gonna replace jobs. I'm just thinking it's gonna make their lives easier and allow them to have a better leveraged role in the business. Hey Brody, do you think most people are scared of AI or just too lazy to figure it out? I don't think there's like fear of AI. I think there's resentment towards AI. I think laziness, I mean, if you think about all the people who aren't getting into AI, they fall into a few camps. They either are just not aware of what's going on because their circle is not in there. They resent it and they refuse to let go of the traditional way. And I guess, yeah, they could be lazy, but I think it's mostly people who resent AI, who don't want to adopt it. But we have to think about like what it is they're adopting it for. Because if we're talking like people who just don't want to use it at all, that's probably a resentment thing. Because I would find that the lazy people want to use it more than anything. Yeah, like lazy people use AI all the time because it makes their lazy lives easier for them. I don't think that's a problem, but yeah, I don't know. Like, hey Brody, what's one thing you do every day that has nothing to do with AI, content, or money? I mean, I don't wanna say the basics, because like, of course there's like going to the gym and, you know, cooking food on the odd occasion I do. You know, here and there, I like to play some video games every once in a while. I mean, the boys will, you know, hop on some, what do we play now? Like Minecraft here and there.
Minecraft,
yeah.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves is good. Some Call of Duty here and there. But I don't know, if I'm like doing something, it's less of like a small hobby thing and more like once a week, I'll like get together with friends and do something really fun, like go have a fire or, you know, go dirt biking or commit some illegal activity. No, I'm just kidding. Blow some shit up. We travel. You see, like after traveling for a month and a half straight, you get home and all you want to do, make out with Claude Code. Like realistically though.
PG friendly.
Yeah, let's redact that. When you get home, you want to work on Claude Code. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think that's enough to, and then every once in a while, you know, you go boating. Oh, jet skiing in the summer is good. Snowboarding in the winter. Of course, we're gonna go on my great hobbies here. Snowboarding, amazing in the winter. Jet skiing, boating, surfing. I have a life, all right? Like, it's not that bad. Fishing, camping, yeah, we do some cool shit. Hey Brody, what's the worst advice you've ever taken from someone who seemed like they had it figured out? I would say do what you're passionate about is probably the worst advice that I've gotten. And specifically do what you're passionate about for work. Now, I don't think it's an awful thing, but I'm not passionate about AI. I do AI because I'm good at it. And I think when you get good at things, you tend to enjoy them. But from the outside, things always look super shiny. So if someone is an artist and they make music and they love making music, being pressured to work on that is gonna dilute the passion. And so from the outside, it looks super cool because they're producing all these crazy songs, but like on the inside, they get a lot of creative blocks and it's a lot of work and like production is difficult. Same thing with AI. Like from the outside, AI might look super fun and flashy because we're building these cool command centers and systems, but like the most of the work is extremely boring and you don't want to do it. So it's like, if you're passionate about something and you make it your work and your life, it's gonna be boring. What I like to do is do something that I'm good at and that I'm not so passionate about so I can increase the amount of leverage I have to give myself more time to do the things that I do love. Hey Brody, do you think the life you're building actually looks the way you imagined it would? Oh, dude, nah. So I always wanted to live a life as a kid where I could roam the world and travel and, you know, build my own business. I think I always had a very like rebellious attitude where I didn't like taking orders from people and I didn't like being somewhere at the below the top of the chain. I can't explain why, but I genuinely didn't believe this was possible at all. Like I thought that I had to go down a certain path and that just wasn't my life, but I always wanted it. I went to school for biochemistry. I did a biochem degree. For a long time, I thought I was going to be a surgeon actually. And that was when I kind of started getting into the marketing and the AI stuff, and then kind of took over my life for a while because all the time I wasn't in school, I was basically just trying to make something work and learning and failing. And so it kind of slowly and gradually progressed. And now I'm kind of at the point where I'm looking in retrospect, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, I think about it, like, what would my kid self think if he looked into my eyes and been like, damn, like you're running this business, you get to travel with your best friends, you're making money just being an idiot essentially. And yeah, so no, it's definitely not what I imagined at all. If I went back 3 years ago and like looked at what it was like, I would just be like, this isn't real. Hey Brody, have you ever lied about what you actually do? That's a really niche question actually, because yeah, I have. So when we were in Bali, there was this dinner we were at and it was like a networking event we were at when we were in Bali. And I hate networking events for the most part because it's just like, how do you even describe them? They suck. Because it's just everyone coming up to you like, what do you do, bro? And it's like the only conversation is just the most surface level shit ever. And it's like, yeah, it's just a transaction ultimately. They're just trying to sell you some shit and like, it's lame. They're just trying to show you how much better they are than you. How much did you make? Like, I made this much. Everyone's telling you how much they make. They're trying to sell you their services. You get the point. So the last one I was at, my buddy Victor and I convinced everyone there that we were mango farmers. It was called Fresh Point India was the company. On the way there, we had Claude create an entire webpage of like the sickest like mango company you've ever seen. We had a whole story. People were like, oh yeah, you do mango farming? Where do you import from? Wyoming. We had the whole story lined up, like, and they're like, oh really? We're like, yeah, Mexico in January when it's Mexico season for mangoes, and like had the whole story and everything. Yeah, so a lot of them did, dude. Like some of them were like genuinely shocked because it's so niche. Like, who the hell farms mangoes?
True. Who's gonna lie about that?
Who's gonna lie about farming mangoes? It's so niche. Like, if you're gonna lie, you're gonna be like, yeah, I run a marketing SaaS company. You know what I mean? Right, like, and we had the whole website. We had a name. We had like all the answers ready for people of where we got our shipments from and everything. And that to me is like takes the edge off networking events, because then people are like, this dude's weird. Like, I don't want to sell him my YouTube bike blind. Like,
You may go fun right now.
yeah. Yes, I have lied about that before. So that's the questions for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you want your question featured in the next video,
Comment that down below. You feel me? For sure.
peace.